You can't be selfish because I seen at the All-Star game before and you wanted to score and not pass the ball.
This guy said, did she really say you can't be selfish when she takes 30 shots and misses 27 of them instead of passing to her teammate?
Angel Reese just created the ultimate egg on your face moment at the Super Bowl. And honestly, it's hilarious. She called out another player for being a ball hog. Yes, Angel Reese, the queen of missed layups and forced shots, accusing someone else of not sharing the ball. The irony is as thick as her shot selection.
NFL put this out last night. LSU legends Angel Reese, Jaden Daniels. Do not clump in Jaden with that bum. Angel only a legend in her own mind. A lot of people roasted the legend part. Legend and Angel Reese should never be in the same sentence. Reese wishes she was a legend like Caitlin Clark. Laugh out loud.
We've seen it all before. Clanking layups, padding stats with rebounds off her own missed shots, and acting like double-doubles are impressive when most of the points come from cleaning up her own mess. Meanwhile, her team mysteriously plays better whenever she's on the bench. Yet she's out here chasing the spotlight like it owes her money instead of, actually working on her game.
Angel showed up with her business out. You can see the business is just everywhere. Chesticles bouncing all over the place. She's not any good at basketball, so she has to show some skin to stay relevant.
While her teammates are grinding in the gym, Angel Reese is front and center at the Super Bowl, trying to steal the spotlight like she's auditioning for a reality show. But here's the twist. It backfired spectacularly. Even her own fans couldn't defend her this time, calling her out for caring more about fame than actually playing basketball.
Unrivaled had games yesterday. This is their season. They got games tomorrow. Angel Reese, of course, as you can expect, would be in the basketball court, deep in the lab, really putting in work. Except she wasn't.
Meanwhile, while Reese was busy playing the fashion icon at the Super Bowl, Caitlin Clark was doing what she always does, putting in the work. Clark doesn't need flashy outfits or viral moments to stay relevant. Her game speaks for itself. While Reese was making headlines for all the wrong reasons, Clark was quietly dominating, inspiring the next generation, and proving why she's on a completely different level. In fact, Clark didn't even attend the Super Bowl. She was focused on getting in a workout and welcoming her new teammate, Danana Bonner, to Indiana.
We know Caitlin Clark is down in New Orleans as well, taking care of business, bruh. She's doing her Gatorade thing. She got a Nike commercial about to drop. She's doing drills. She's not on the red carpet half naked. I'm telling you, bruh. Caitlin Clark definitely looked like she's taking care of everything she needed to get done to go back to Indiana and finish getting ready for the 2025.
And let's talk about impact, because the numbers don't lie. Reese walked around the Super Bowl like she was the main attraction, but Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement alone drew in 1.1 million viewers without her even playing a game. That's right, Clark didn't need to touch a basketball to outshine. Reese's actual games, which struggled to pull in even 100,000 viewers on a good day.
Caitlin Clark being in the building, 1.1 million average viewers.
Angel Reese failed to break 100,000 viewers. Now tell me again how everybody's tuning in for.
It's painfully clear Caitlin Clark is about greatness, while Angel Reese is about attention. Reese's Super Bowl stunt perfectly illustrated why she'll never be on Clark's level. She had the audacity to criticize another player for not passing the ball, even though she's arguably the biggest ball hog in women's basketball. It's like LeBron James calling someone out for flopping. Make it make sense.
I see you miss layups just like they do and everything, but forget them. I mean, I miss layups too. So, I mean,
everybody miss layups, but they can't get mad if I get the rebound, box me out.
Yeah.
You're like 6'4". Is there a reason you cannot hit a damn layup?
Don't be mad because your fave didn't box her out. That's what I say.
Reese has built a career on forcing bad shots, ignoring open teammates, and missing layups like it's a hobby. Yet she somehow has the nerve to throw shade. The level of delusion is practically Olympic gold medal worthy. Let's get real about what's actually happening in the unrivaled league. The same league where Reese was supposed to prove that people tune in to watch her too.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest, we can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip, nothing. Angel Reese may be playing in the league, but who wants to see a goofy 6'6" woman miss layups? Not I.
Angel Reese is failing spectacularly. Her games are almost unwatchable, like a blooper reel stuck on repeat. Missed layups, forced shots, and empty stats. She'll take 5 attempts just to make one, and then her fans act like she's putting up triple doubles. But let's be real, she's mostly just rebounding her own mistakes. The truth is, a lot of people are just tuning in to watch the blooper reel.
Is there anybody else in the WNBA or NBA that does this more than Reese? From tonight's game, third quarter, in 16 seconds, Reese took 4 shots, missed the first 3 shots, got an offensive rebound off her own 3 misses, and then finally made the 4th. But, quote, double-double, this looks just like Chicago Sky shit from last year.
And here's the brutal truth. Her team plays better without her. That's not an opinion, it's a fact. As soon as she's on the bench, the offense flows, the defense tightens up, and suddenly, it looks like real basketball. If she were truly the star she believes herself to be, her absence would hurt the team, not make it better.
Angel Reese fans are celebrating another double-double. And I do understand a double-double from her and a win, missing your shot.
Now, let's flip the script to Caitlin Clark. She doesn't need to force shots or pad her stats, she just dominates effortlessly. And here's the crazy part. Clark didn't even need to step on the court to outshine Reese. While Reese was busy making headlines for her Super Bowl antics, Clark's Nike commercial was racking up millions of views. She's breaking records, without even lifting a finger. Meanwhile, Reese is struggling to get people to care about her actual games. Clark's presence alone is enough to shatter viewership records, while Reese has to rely on controversy just to get a mention.
It's crazy. Just by her going to the game, it's the second most watched NCAA game. Like, that's crazy. That just shows how popular she is right now.
The one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans, they'll go anywhere she goes.
And let's not ignore the obvious. One player is focused on basketball, while the other is chasing fame. Clark is in the gym, fully locked in, while Reese is busy chasing photo ops, complaining about WNBA salaries, and playing the victim whenever things don't go her way.
Whatever she thinks she is, or she's moving the needle, no. People are reaching for their remote when her games come on and clicking to something else. They're tuning out.
Reese's Super Bowl stunt exposed everything wrong with her approach. She talks a big game, but when it's time to back it up, it's just missed layups and excuses. While she was busy trying to steal the spotlight, Clark was doing what she does best, focusing on her craft, inspiring millions, and proving why. She's the true face of women's basketball.
Crazy about this. The numbers were much better than NBA legend Kobe Bryant's jersey retirement ceremony on December 18, 2017. On Iowa versus USC, February 3rd is also the second most watched game in NCAA history, just by her going to the game.
If Angel Reese truly cared about getting better, she'd be in the gym working on her finishing instead of showing up at every big event like she's an AR Kardashian. But that's the thing. She's not interested in being great. She's interested in being famous.
That's why Angel Reese's game is never going to get better, y'all. Her mom telling her this, and her fans are the same exact way. Zero accountability, bro. Imagine this, y'all. You playing basketball in front of the whole world. People have been constantly criticizing your game, and you messing up on the court. There's all this film and everything about what you need to do better and what you're messing up on. And your mom is just sitting here telling you, well, forget them. Just forget them, bro. Like, that's terrible advice.
While the unrivaled league is fighting for relevance, what does Reese do? She skips practice, starts a podcast, complains about her paycheck, and chases every celebrity event she can find. Her priorities are crystal clear, and none of them involve becoming a better basketball player.
Like, we see why Angel Reese is the way that she is. Man, look at how her mom is just talking to her, telling her just forget them, bro. But then y'all are so mad that the world doesn't like her and talk so much shit about her, bro.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, everybody misses layups. I'm so tired of this everybody misses layups thing. Yes, A whole bunch of basketball players miss layups, but people are not missing layups like Angel Reese.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is the definition of locked in. She's not skipping practice or chasing clout. Even during the Super Bowl, she was doing drills, staying focused, and representing the game with class. That's the difference. One is building a legacy, while the other is just building a highlight. Reel for Instagram.
Physically the worst finisher in the league. So that means you're last and at the bottom. So that means you're the worst and nobody is missing like you are. God, this is not rocket science. Angel Reese GPA holders, bro. This is not rocket science, man. This is amazing. Y'all just cannot keep it real with this girl, bro. That's why she looks like an unrivaled.
And here's the plot twist. Even Reese's own fans are getting tired of it. They're starting to see the truth. She's all talk. She complains about being underpaid, but isn't putting in the work to prove she's worth more. Meanwhile, Clark is setting an example for young athletes, focusing on growth and actually getting better at her game.
Like if Steph Curry showed up somewhere, there would be more posts about Caitlin Clark showing up there. There are levels to fame, and the level of fame Caitlin Clark is at might be up there with the highest levels there are.
Reese wants to be famous more than she wants to be great. She complains about being over-sexualized, but then shows up at the Super Bowl in an outfit that even her most loyal fans cringed at. It's not just a basketball issue, it's a mindset issue. Caitlin Clark is out here building a legacy, breaking records, elevating the game, and inspiring the next generation. And Angel Reese? She's just trying to stay relevant. If you need more proof of this growing gap, just look at the recent ESPN rankings. Caitlin Clark sits comfortably near the top, solidifying her status as one of the most dominant forces in basketball. She's breaking records not just on the court, but also in viewership numbers and media presence. Her name has become synonymous with success.
We've got ESPN's ranks of WNBA players right now. And Caitlin Clark is really high. One could argue she's not high enough. But I think it's pretty surprising for a lot of these folks. I will tell you this straight up. Angel Reese ain't nowhere to be found in the top 10. She's not involved. You're not here. Sorry, but not sorry. You're not to be seen.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese barely cracked the top 15. For someone who talks such a big game, her ranking screams overhyped. This placement exposes exactly what we've been saying. Hype can only carry you so far. You need real results to back it up. Reese's spot on that list isn't a coincidence. It's the inevitable outcome of someone more focused on TikTok clout than perfecting her jump shot. Honestly, some would even argue that her ranking is still too high.
So, let's all get a laugh together here, because this is the list. And you see the list, right? Well, I don't see, correct me if I'm wrong, do you see Angel Reese on this list?
And the reaction to these rankings? Pure comedy. Reese's fans are scrambling to defend her, acting like the rankings don't matter. But let's be real. If she were in the top 5, they'd be the first ones celebrating it. The double standard is obvious. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark doesn't even need to acknowledge the rankings. Her game speaks for itself.
A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Now let's talk about Reese's WNBA team, the Chicago Sky, because it's not a pretty sight. Not a single marquee free agent is choosing the Sky. Not one. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Someone check on Reese because she's clearly stuck in her own delusion, claiming people want to play with her. Remember that? Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever are stacked, collecting talent like they're assembling the Avengers. They just added Natasha Howard, a champion, defensive powerhouse, and certified bucket getter. And here's what she had to say. Upon joining the team,
it's going to be Caitlin Clark Flash Show. So it's going to be phenomenal playing with a point guard, like you said, that have a good vision on the court, because that's like as soon as she gets the ball in her hand, she's throwing it up because she already see the person down the court before she even get the ball in her hands. So that's one thing I love about her vision on the court. I really can't wait to catch all those passes and give her all the assists that she needs.
Nana Bonner, a 6.4, walking mismatch, elite scorer, and one of the WNBA's finest. And guess what? She just went to war on Twitter with all the Fever critics, defending her new squad and shutting down the doubters.
Gone online for 2 times. One is to call out the crazy people attacking her right now because she joined the Fever.
Sophie Cunningham, bringing the spice, the swagger, and enough trash talk to rattle an entire arena. And who did she want to play with? Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, of course.
Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day, for real.
And Sydney Colson, even if she's not getting big minutes, she's about to turn that locker room into the most fun, high-energy vibe the Fever have ever seen. Chemistry through the roof.
To Sydney Colson today about her signing with Indiana. She said that Kelsey Mitchell was actually the first person she hit up because they built a bond here, playing AU for the last 3 years. She said she heard some good things about Caitlin Clark from her Aces teammate Kate Martin as well, so that made the decision easy.
Or do we see a pattern here? They all chose Indiana. They all chose to play with the Fab Four: Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. While Reese is busy chasing clout, the Indiana Fever are out here building a dynasty. The Fever aren't just participating, they're dominating.
No, that I'm very excited, and I really agree with a lot of the moves the Indiana Fever have made. There's not been one trade or pickup that the Indiana Fever have made that I have not been on board with. I'm on board with every single one. And I just want to say, the fact that the Indiana Fever have gone out and got these great players like a Natasha Howard, like a Dewana Bonner, like a Sophie Cunningham, the fact that they've gone out and got these great players shows that they believe Caitlin Clark is great right now. They are on board with the Caitlin Clark vision, and it just makes me happy because they're not treating Caitlin Clark like a rookie who is gonna be good in 10 years. No, they're treating her like a superstar who is good right now.
The Super Bowl was the final nail in the coffin. While Reese was busy trying to trend on Twitter, Caitlin Clark was once again proving why she's the biggest name in sports. And here's the reality. The gap between them isn't closing, it's getting wider. Caitlin Clark is dominating headlines for all the right reasons, while Angel Reese is chasing attention, making excuses, and fading into irrelevance. The Super Bowl didn't expose Caitlin Clark, it exposed Angel Reese.
I cannot believe this is actually a clip that somebody put out to try to make her look good. This makes her look terrible. I'm shocked. That was pathetic. And then finally, she makes the layup. We're celebrating that? Really?
With Caitlin Clark leading the charge, the Fever are about to make the league very uncomfortable. Teams thought they had time. Wrong. The season hasn't even started yet, but just know Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are coming, and they're not here to play nice. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.